You need to hear this if you're a fan of untold truths and hidden agendas. Two mystery men sit in a dimly lit bar, clinking their beer glasses, sharing whispers about the world's greatest secrets. From government cover-ups to hidden extraterrestrials, we're diving into the top 10 conspiracy theories that will make you question everything. Buckle up, truth seekers. The truth is out there, waiting to be uncovered.
Welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. I am Jammer.
That's right, and I am Shagdog.
And we have a top 10 list for you at the very least, if not a top 20.
Yes, and is this the top 10 conspiracies of the Trump shooting?
Yes, it is another top 10 list that we have created. The Trump shooting or attempted assassination. Let's just call it for what it is.
Right. And then we have a couple bonuses after the top 10.
Number 10. Drinking and thinking, right?
That's right.
Left-wing extremists. Now, Shagdog, this theory claims that the extreme left groups, possibly linked to the Democratic Party, are planning to assassinate Trump to gain power. The connections of this theory is part of a larger narrative portraying the political left as violent and desperate to take control of the government by any means necessary.
Well,
what do you think of that one?
Well, with some wording that they've been using over the years, it's possible. And with some of the far left protests is way more violent and crazy than the right. So,
rioting in the streets,
right, about anything.
Fires. Yeah.
You don't agree with them, or things don't go their way, they're protesting.
All right, so let's move on to number 9. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right. I would like to spend time on each one, but I also like to, move along. So if you have anything left with the left wing.
Yeah, that's a given right there, number 10. Number 10 is a given.
That's a pretty obvious one, right?
Yeah.
All right, number 9, military coup. Details some believe elements within the United States military are plotting to assassinate Trump as part of a coup to restore a more traditional form of governance. Connections, this connects the fears of military overreach and potential for a breakdown of civilian control over the armed forces. I think this is highly unlikely in the sense that, because really, he has no control over the military right now, or anything for right now.
All right. But if he gets in, he will.
If he does get in, it's still he still doesn't have much control over the military.
True. But he could send troops certain places even without Congress approval, and many presidents have done that before.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And he could appoint certain positions too, like the Department of Defense Secretary, all that, chief of staff.
No, we have to have a czar.
Oh, they do have czars for different things, yeah. The first position I recall they started at was the drug czar. They appointed a drug czar back in the early 90s. Yeah, that was the first one.
And what a gimmick that is, right?
Yeah. Using Russian terms. Communist takeover.
Exactly. Number 8, false flag operations. This theory suggests that any shooting incident involving Trump would be a false flag operation orchestrated to justify the extreme measures and gain political sympathy. False flag theories are common in various contexts, claiming that governments or groups stage attacks to manipulate public opinion or policy. And I truly believe this is in full force for the past 20 years, at least, if not more.
Now, does that coincide also with people to the left saying that Trump staged this himself, which...
that's a crazy thing. You're going to stage this. The only way you can stage this is to say, okay, don't shoot anywhere near me.
Right. 2 feet away from me, at least.
No, don't shoot anywhere. Oh, yeah, at least 2 feet away from me, if not more.
Hit 5 people behind me.
Yeah, I don't care who you hit. You got to say, I don't care who you hit, as long as you don't hit me.
Right.
And I'll make sure I take this blood pack that I have in my hand, grab my ear, and get the blood flowing there.
As soon as you hit the first round, Mr. Trump, make sure you do it.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
and so forth. Because I guarantee you, at least not for me, and I don't think Trump is too full of himself too, to say, yeah, get real close, as close as you can, hit me on the ear,
Right.
you know, and think, oh yeah, you're that good, and I'm going to trust you to do it right.
Right when I turn my head, do it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't think so.
That quick.
Yeah. No. I would say, okay, if you're 2 feet away and I take this blood packet, okay, maybe, but yeah, I don't buy into that one too much.
But other people in the deep state orchestrating it and hoping it actually works. But either way, I mean, now like it's even people on the left with they want gun control. This could be another gun thing later on. Oh, see, we need more gun control.
Oh yes, Mr. Trump, please. Now that you're president again, let's put a ban on AR-15s.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Or even if he's not president, and say Harris or Michelle Obama or whoever, you know, hey, we need a ban. You know. Yeah. I can see
right.
it.
And on the side note, folks, I'm not drinking beer because I had some deep teeth cleaning today. So, just water for me today.
Yeah. You've been drugged up.
Yeah.
All right. So number seven. QAnon predictions. Followers of the QAnon movement believe that there are cryptic messages predicting attempts on Trump's life, often linked to his fight against global cabal. QAnon is a sprawling conspiracy theory that claims Trump is fighting against a secret group of Satan-worshipping pedophiles in the government and entertainment. Now, the crazy thing about QAnon is that was basically a fake thing that started off with a bunch of kids. They have the special on Netflix talking about it. The people who were behind it, you know, when it first started. But are there others out there that believe in it, and that believe in QAnon, and believe in that kind of thinking? You know, I would say there are.
I did see.
Are there Satan worship pedophiles in government entertainment? I say 100%. Yeah, you know, definitely.
I did see the video footage of the guy that they say is John F. K. Jr. Still alive, dressed up as he was at 2 different Trump rallies recently. And he was supposedly at that one too. And I'm not sure if that's somebody put that in there, AI or whatever. Or
well, maybe they're trying to kill him, and they just happen to hit Trump
and the firefighter and 2 other people.
Exactly. I mean, I told you about there was like 4 people that said they saw 2 individuals that were shooting. There was 2 shooters, one on the water tower, one on the building.
Oh, one on the water tower. That's even further away, right?
Exactly, but it made sense because the crane is behind, and somebody said the hydraulic hose of the crane burst and started shooting hydraulic fluid.
Man, that opens even more conspiracy theories where that kid might be dumb enough where hey, we're going to hire you to get up on the roof to protect the president.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go up there.
And the real shooter was on the water tower. Yeah, do what there.
And the crazy thing about that too is the fact that ABC News, 4 people said it to the reporter. The reporter didn't follow up on it like any good reporter would. I mean, I don't care. Oh, you saw 2? You saw 2?
Right.
I would have been like, okay, well, could you describe the other one? Can you do that? Can you tell me what you saw? You know, continue. No. It's like, okay, all right. Back to you. Yeah. I mean, completely. There's a lot of people out here that saw a lot of things and everything, but back to you in the studio.
I like how you hold the beer bottles, the microphone. That's great.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah. All right, you're next up.
All right, so number 6, Hollywood assassination plot. Some conspiracies suggest that Hollywood elites, who are often vocal critics of Trump, are involved in planning his assassination. This theory ties into the broader narrative of a liberal Hollywood elite conspiring against conservative values and leaders. It seems pretty weak to me. I mean, I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Trump affects the Hollywood community that much for them to go after him for assassination. They're still going to make movies or whatever. Yeah.
And the crazy thing about them is they're like a faucet dripping on a rock. They just slowly eroding the values and integrity and the all the moral compasses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody, and so they just have to keep plugging away, expanding that window of, hey, there's no God. Hey, what are you doing? Why don't you go ahead and attack that person? And why don't you go ahead and beat that person to death? Why don't you go ahead and rape that girl? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Hollywood. Yeah. Hollywood. It's all really Hollywood. Hollywood, video games, and music. Yeah, music. I mean, not so much now with. They're using pop music now to spread certain messages, and it's not even heavy metal like it used to be. Yeah. Oh, heavy metal, back in the day.
Exactly.
Which I don't think heavy metal was really spreading the message, but maybe some violence and heavy metal and stuff back in the days.
So, number 5. George Soros funding. This theory claims that the billionaire philanthropist, whatever how you pronounce it, George Soros is funding groups to assassinate Trump. Soros is frequently mentioned in various conspiracy theories as a key figure orchestrating globalist agendas. And this is something that wouldn't surprise me at all. He is one that plays both sides. He's one that would turn around and bankrupt the company you work for and causing you to be unemployed, but then would turn around and give charitable crumbs to you, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry about your job, man. That's terrible, isn't it? Here, let me give you some money to be able to get you by. Just a little bit of money to, so you can get something to eat and take care of, maybe pay for your house payment and stuff like that, Crazy stuff like that."
I mean, yeah.
I mean, to me, that doesn't seem too highly unlikely.
It's not unlikely. With everything we've heard about him so far, it's possible.
Basically reaping the benefits and becoming rich over basically turning on your own people and leading them to the gas chambers in Nazi Germany. Come on.
Yeah, what an ass.
Yeah. All right, so number 4, foreign government involvement. Theories here range from Russia, China, Iran, and other nations plotting to assassinate Trump due to his foreign policies. These theories are often linked to broader claims about international interference in U.S. politics and elections.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if foreign governments, because I don't know. Did you hear about this, Shagdog? 9/11 victims, the families of the victims, they won a decisive victory, showing that they had found evidence proving that there was an Arab involvement in the whole
Saudi Arabia.
planning. Yeah, Saudi Arabia involvement in the whole plotting.
Yeah, the guy was like a spy type person for the Saudi Arabian government. Recorded stuff in Washington, D.C. and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Not only that, but he paid for, gave them hundreds of thousands of dollars for their stay in California and the pilot's lessons.
Yeah. Oh, so they proved that? Because I've always heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that right there is crazy in itself, too. Let's face it. That is freaking... So it wouldn't surprise me at all. And that gave Bush Jr. his excuse to go in there and get Saddam Hussein, and instead of going after Saudi Arabia for that, because one, Saddam was talking about turning his currency back in his currency with gold.
Also, Saddam Hussein was doing that too. I know Gaddafi did that too, but
Gaddafi was doing that, and Saddam Hussein talked about it too.
Okay.
And the last person here in America that was talking about backing the gold, backing the currency again, was JFK.
Hmm.
So.
Let's see.
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so next one. Number two. CIA Black Ops. Some theorists believe that CIA has launched a covert operations to assassinate Trump due to his policies and action that allegedly threaten the agency's interests. This theory often intersects with claims that the CIA has a history of targeting American leaders who go against their agenda. Now, knowing how the CIA has had, Black Ops and the funding they've done and the crazy testing they've done with MK Ultra and other things, that they literally drugged people without their knowledge.
Yeah.
Drugged people and done things to people without their knowledge. That to me seems completely plausible.
Yeah, and like I said, I'll mention this one here. I was going to be on one of my bonus ones, but right here. A week before this happened, I'm at work. All of a sudden in my head, I think of a song from the early 90s by Dada, name of the band, Disneyland, Disnee, Land, all three space. And that's the name of the song, but part of the song is I Shot the President. I'm going to Disneyland. And this song just pops in my head for no reason. Yeah. And now today I'm thinking, I was like, that was weird. I thought of that a week before the president, someone takes a pop at him. And now today I'm thinking, that could have been an MK Ultra signal went out all over the place and certain frequencies, and it could trigger someone to actually act upon that,
Well, what if you were picking up on the great collective consciousness?
That's true, too. The cosmic knowledge.
Yeah, that the assassination attempt was being plotted.
Right. Or the MK Ultra 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's a world of possibilities there, All right, so the number one. The deep state plot. This theory suggests that a shadowy group within the U.S. government, often referred to as the deep state, is plotting against Trump, including orchestrating assassination attempts. This ties into a broader claims about the deep state's efforts to undermine Trump's presidency through various means, including fake news and legal challenges.
Well,
I completely believe that there is a shadowy government.
There's a group in charge, actually. Yeah. It's not none of them are elected officials.
No, they're the master puppeteers that are behind the curtain.
Yeah, they're the master slave owners.
Yeah, I mean, just like my little things down here, it says, don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that Wizard of Oz was basically that they were telling you back then that the person behind the curtain
as well as controlling things,
controlling everything,
all the whistles and bells and all that you see.
Yeah,
somebody else ringing those bells and hit, and blowing those whistles, among other things.
So now I turn it over to you and your bonus ones.
Well, I did the one about the Disneyland with the CIA MK Ultra, but the other one is just a simple one, just to throw out there. J.D. Vance, aspiring person. If Trump would have went down, would he been the next in line to go run for president? He's up and coming, very young, 39 years old. Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing about that is he doesn't even know his name.
Right.
I said this in one of the other videos. I think I was talking about his name. He was born with one name and then turned around and got adopted, and then he started using the adopted guy's name, and then he turned around and added his grandmother's name to it. And then he's only been in politics a year or two or three.
Now, at that point, was he raised by his grandmother? Or
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know too much about him, but and then he came out with that. He had that Hillbilly Elegy bestseller and all that stuff.
Yeah, I never.
Which I never read. I never watched the movie because it just didn't interest me whatsoever. And
he's from Ohio, but I guess north by the West Virginia border there. I mean, but he doesn't sound that hillbilly-ish. So
That's not true hillbilly up there in Ohio, man. You talk about.
I mean, they're saying that
you're talking about WKRP in Cincinnati type people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know by the border of West Virginia, they're calling him Appalachia, which is that area, I guess. But I mean,
that's a stretch.
He don't sound Appalachia to me, that's for sure.
Appalachian.
Yeah, but you know that whole area, like West Virginia, Kentucky, the Appalachia folk.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I mean, he's just he's somebody that come out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when they do that, it's like, okay, he's done nothing good. But hey, Trump, he's done nothing bad. So, he's young. He's this, you should pick him.
Oh, and also he hosted something for Trump in Ohio there.
Yeah.
50,000 hours ahead for the dinner or whatever, or something like that. So
in the beginning, he didn't care for Trump's policies and stuff. And then all of a sudden he turned 190 degrees and became a staunch supporter.
Yeah, to me that looks like he's paying for the ticket to be the vice president. You're hosting some fundraising event, 50,000 hours, whatever it was per plate.
And here's the thing: Trump ain't the be all and do all, because some of those tax policies he came out with back when during his first presidency, tax cuts he did, it didn't help anybody but the rich and mega trillion dollar companies,
right?
Like Amazon and Walmart and stuff like that. All they did turn around and did was basically pay no taxes, and then they turned around and gave their executives bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Paid their stockholders maybe a little bit of money, but basically gave their management and everything big bonuses.
Right.
It was supposed to be like a trickle-down effect, like Reaganomics was supposed to be trickled down. It never trickled anywhere. But
if they trickle down, all right, here's an extra 2 cents raise we give you instead of that 20-cent raise. So you get 22 cents this year.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get.
22 cents an hour.
Yeah. And I said something about this in the other video I did the other day. I think it was called McKinsey Associates or something like that. It was a consulting firm. Back in the 50s, they were hired to find out what they about CEOs' pay and salary and stuff like that, and they turned around and did a statistical study that proved that was like your workers are getting 5 times more pay every year gone up 5 times more than your pay has over the X amount of years. And we suggest you stop doing that and increase your pay. Well, they increased it all right. They increased it over 20-something times more than what the workers have been making.
They do that with management. Like when I worked for the state in Florida, the top people at each institution I worked at, they were still, when we didn't get a raise for 10 years from 2007 to 2017, the head honcho there at the institution they were all getting raises throughout the state.
Yeah.
1,000 hours. I mean, I know it's not a whole lot, but 1,000 hours a year every year, while the rest of us weren't getting jack shit every year for 10 years.
10 years, what is that?
Yeah, so they got 10,000 hour raise, over 10 years. Yeah, I mean it's not much, but still better. We didn't get nothing.
Well, that's just the raise that you know about. That's not including their pension. That's not including any benefits other than that.
That's true.
They might have got some other benefits where they were able to take this credit card and go pay stuff for stuff,
Yeah.
As they traveled across the country.
It's the biggest problem with corporations and government is greed. Greed at the top. Everybody at the top, greed.
That's why I say...
Even the small places where you got like a small business manager or the manager of it, well, we're going to hire less people, so my bonus is bigger. That type of stuff,
That's why the whole shit, man, you threw me off. I had it and left me.
Bring it back. Trickle down.
What were you just saying just a minute ago?
Institutions, the head honchos.
That's why socialism and everything. It sounds really good. Sounds wonderful. Everybody's going to have everything. Everybody's going to have their equal share. But there's always somebody up at the very top that's saying, hey, I'm divvying this out, and I deserve to have that better food there, and I deserve to have a better place to live, and I deserve that better car to drive in because I'm important. I'm helping everybody.
Right.
I deserve this.
Mm-hmm.
I deserve to have. You know what? Maybe I deserve to have more than these people do because I'm taking care of everybody. Right. They're on my mind.
That's why I think about even the churches, different churches. How can you afford as a priest to go to the Philippines 4 times a year for vacation?
Yeah. When a regular person could not afford that at all.
Right. And I mean, if you're going to different places and the church is paying for it for you to spread the word of Jesus, then I could understand that one. Okay, that's.
But even then, I can't explain, condone it because now you're telling them that you can go out and travel but you know what? You're supposed to take care of home first.
Yeah, because that's true. Because they don't need that anymore. The gospel's all over the place now. They don't need people.
First, you should evangelize where you're at and spread it out. And then once all that has been, to a degree, then you venture out further. But you take care of home first.
Yeah.
You take care of getting the people fed, clothed, sheltered, jobs.
Yeah, and that's why I wonder with the Catholic Church, is the Vatican paying for that or just that congregation from the funds they get, donations and all that?
Well, I'm sure that all the money comes from the Vatican because all the money goes to it.
Yeah.
So if they're doing that,
well, the priest could, that's my share.
Well, they are Italian.
The Vatican or the priest?
All of them. They're all part of the same mob.
You wouldn't believe with the Roman Catholic Church nowadays, most of the priests that my parents' church what they go to are all like from India, Philippines, Africa.
Well, they've been trained by the best.
The Vatican?
Yeah, because I can tell you right now, you turn around and let's face it, you get this money. It's like the mafia. Really, think about it. The mafia goes out, they get money from this and that and everything, and they pass that money up to the big honcho, the Pope, right?
Right.
The Godfather. Well, along the way, they've already figured in the Godfather, the Pope, that somebody's going to be, a little sticky-fingered, and keep a little of it for themselves, and so forth. That's how it's been throughout history. This one takes this, a little wet my beak, as in the Godfather. Just a little bit to wet my beak.
Was that Alfredo?
Godfather 2.
Fredo or whatever.
Godfather 2.
Oh, was that the brother? Who was wet the beak? I didn't.
Don Corleone was just starting out.
Oh, okay. A little bit to wet the beak.
The guy who was the head, basically the mob guy in the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
That he killed. Wanted them to give so much money to wet his beak, Same thing. That's all that is.
Yeah. Anyhow, now that we're speaking about the church, maybe the church did it. Like I said in my video the other day, to usher in the new messianic era, Trump could be the Antichrist. We got him. Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, what they Trump kind of pushed the envelope by establishing Israel.
Israel was established.
Remember, Israel was established, but they never. What was it? They.
He moved the embassy to Jerusalem from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, and also he had the 2020 Abrams Accord peace deal. I think Netanyahu, the guy from the United Arab Emirates, and the guy from Bahrain or whatever.
They said in the Bible, right, that the Israel would, what was it? God,
the Antichrist is basically going to make a peace deal, for a 7-year peace deal, and that was 2020.
We're already on 4 years.
Yeah, and this one guy, he had a thing where he put from scripture from Daniel saying that attack on Israel from Hamas was the desolation. The abomination of desolation was that, because there's a certain word in there saying on the edge. It wasn't at the temple, the desolation. It's on the edge, and they consider Israel the whole temple. And on the edge of Israel was the abomination of desolation, which was an attack That's the 3.5-year point. 2007 will be the end.
Wow.
But there's a whole video on it.
All right, so now I'm going to tell you something that happened to me when I was a kid and I was watching TV and everything, and they talked about it. It was crazy because I remember this as a kid in school. They had shown a video, and on TV I saw it, and it was the day of my birth in 2025 I will return. That's what the scrolls and scripture had said. On the day of my birth in 2025 I will return.
Wait, who's that?
Now, supposedly Jesus.
Huh.
And I remember that as a kid because I'm like, well, that's pretty fucking far away.
Yeah, but that's weird because they didn't have that year calendar thing going on at that time.
I know. And what's also weird about it is like a thief in the night. You'll never know when I come.
Right.
You know. So even if he was to tell you, that could be a complete fabrication, couldn't it?
Right.
And who's to say this is the true 2025?
That's true because they said the calendar didn't start till like he was 7 or 8, something like that. I forget what it was, but
yeah,
when the Roman actually made the calendar. And,
but I remembered as a kid seeing that and thinking that's pretty far away. But man, if that happens, that might prove everything. You know?
Now the only conspiracy thing I didn't see too much on it, Jammer. I saw one little video, and it's the BlackRock commercial that kid was in, the shooter was in.
Oh wow!
Little crooks. Supposedly he's in 2 clips of the commercial. I don't know if it's some school he was going to or a place he was working at, but I guess it was some type of commercial how BlackRock helps and this and that and that. He's in the commercial, so now there's a conspiracy thing that BlackRock is the one, behind it. Yeah.
If you follow the money, if you follow the grasp, the people who are grasping at power, if you follow those, you usually will find out who's behind whatever.
Yeah.
And wars in Middle East, Europe, and South Africa, and all that stuff. You follow the money, follow the power.
Now, what do you think of the Secret Service whole fiasco?
I'm sorry, but I don't believe that was just a complete failure. It's kind of reminiscent of Sandy Hook, kind of reminiscent of 9/11. Oh, it just so happens we were running drills that day, and everybody thought it was just a drill. Nobody realized it was for real.
Right.
Come on. You were running a drill. You were running a drill. You were running a drill. Everybody was running a drill.
Yeah. Were they running a drill that day, or?
Well, Sandy Hook was supposedly they had the police.
I met last week with Trump. Were they running some drill somewhere?
No, but what I'm saying is that in general,
Wait, Sandy Hook was running a drill? I didn't hear about that one.
Well, the police were supposedly running a drill and so forth, so nobody thought that was a real shooting at the first and all that stuff. And and all these different things, and then Batman and the little conspiracy about the Batman having it in the movie Sandy Hook and all that kind of
stuff. I did not know that. Yeah, I know 911 there was that drill going on. For the military.
And supposedly everybody that was air traffic knew about the drill and all that stuff.
Yeah. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah. So the whole Secret Service thing, that building, I mean, you on the stage, you look there, direct shot. They're saying, I guess now, the building, we didn't put no one up there because it wasn't safe. And all this crazy shit. I'm like, are you shitting me? That ain't that damn steep. It was like this steep,
First of all, you would have cordoned it off, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd have somebody up there guarding it.
Or at least somebody around the building keeping people from getting up.
Right. And supposedly the ladder wasn't there earlier, and then the ladder was there. My theory on that, too, is the kid was up there all night with the ladder, pulled the ladder up, and then when he was about to go start shooting, he put the ladder down there so he could have his escape. That's it.
Yeah, which is stupid because you're not escaping.
Right. They had to keep him quiet.
Yeah.
Even if he got down the ladder, they would have shot him down there somewhere.
Let me tell you, the whole thing with JFK, I truly believe there was multiple shooters, and I truly believe there was multiple parties involved in the assassination. Yeah. And I truly believe that Lee Harvey Oswald was a big, fat dumb-looking patsy for the whole thing. That he did nothing. Because he kept saying, I'm innocent, I didn't do it, and he was wanting to tell everybody, and then next thing you know, Jack Ruby comes out of nowhere and shoots him.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing with him is weird, though. The whole cop incident later on and going to the movie theater, it's like, I don't know.
He was supposedly with the Russians and all that stuff, all that stuff.
Hands off Cuba.
Yeah. Weird stuff with him in general, but that's crazy. And so I see the same thing with this stuff. Like here you have this building here, and here is Trump. Here's the building. Here's Trump, right? I know it's outside the property, but where's that stop the CIA or the Secret Service from being able to say, hey, we need control of this. Let's talk to the property owner. Let's talk about getting this cordon off, and so we can make sure that nobody has access to it.
What's really weird is they say there was people in the building that were Secret Service or something inside the building, or guarding it, or make sure no one gained access to the building, or some crap. That's what I heard.
And then you're going to be stupid enough not to think, oh, somebody can grab a ladder and climb to the roof.
Yeah, and even still, just being the supervisor of that team, you stand on the stage. Okay, let me look. We're not even trained for this.
Yeah.
We better get somebody up there. I would think you might want somebody up there because a bad guy.
And you know what? There, just as a safety aspect, let's put somebody on the water tower too. Let's just make sure that somebody back there, because that's a high elevated area, and if somebody is really good shot, I don't care how far away, it's a pretty darn good shot. They might be able to get him.
Yeah,
there.
I'm not sure what the mileage on that is, but yeah.
Me neither, but
and the whole team. I mean, that whole team looked unprofessional. Pretty much, most of them. They didn't look like killers, anybody on that team, right? Like hardcore military or anything. Mm-hmm. One guy maybe looked slick, he had a nice little short haircut and the shades. They don't look like shit. But when they picked him up, I said this in my video, he was standing there and give it a pump. If there's another shooter, bye-bye Trump at that point.
The head was there. It doesn't matter whether you're blocking it with your arm or not.
Yeah.
His head was there.
And if you look at the old Reagan assassination attempt, as soon as Pops ran off, they were grabbing him and jumping in the car with him. That's what they should have been doing with Trump. When they got up there. Yeah, I don't know what the exact procedure is.
Well, first of all, Trump dropped to the ground by himself.
Right. So
then, all of a sudden, they decided to jump on top of him.
Right. And then when they got him up, at the point they got him up, they should have been rushing with him.
They shouldn't have given him time to say, let me get my shoes. No, fuck that.
He's a sitting target right there at that point. Even though they said shooter's down, there might be another shooter.
You don't know for sure. You haven't got the whole area controlled.
Well, that particular shooter was down.
Unless you knew who the shooter was.
Right.
And unless you knew that it wasn't a threat. You wouldn't have, this is the thing. If you were going up blinded by everything, you wouldn't just pop them up and let's put them in. No, you would have got them in that vehicle like you're saying.
Yeah.
Because you don't, even if they're telling me the shooter's down, I don't know that for a fact.
There could be another shooter that they don't know about.
No.
Yeah, and then you see the girl trying to holster her weapon and she had a hard time with it. Then she held it out again. Then she got over here and then she then finally holstered it. Yeah, maybe the jacket was causing the problem. Maybe she's not used to it.
It doesn't matter. All of them didn't look all that good.
I mean, if you got a jacket, swipe the jacket back and then holster it. It's not that, you put one hand on the holster and put the weapon in. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
You can do it without looking. As long as you got this hand on it, okay, there it is.
You're supposed to be able to do it without looking.
Yeah.
Well, they want the A team, that's for sure.
Yeah, and there was 3 or 4 women. I'm like, are you serious? They got 4 women? I'm astounded by it. Yeah.
Why? Because everybody, all the women hate Trump?
No, just because women.
Oh, there's the other theory. Feminist movement decided to take Trump out.
Right. And they got 4 of their feminist friends to join the Secret Service to be part of his.
Yeah.
Yeah. You come up with a different theory every day.
Motorcade,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody on that team. Maybe the one guy looked real professional, but you didn't see any Navy SEAL killers. I mean, I'm not saying every Navy SEAL looks like big stuff gonna kill you, break your neck. But
besides all that, the whole situation wasn't handled very well.
Yeah,
and that goes to my other thought which is everything's an illusion. They want you to believe. I mean, you have the capabilities of using drones today. Why aren't you having somebody out there with a drone surveying the area, making sure everything's copacetic, everything's good to go? Just touring around the crowd, making sure, a couple of drones. That doesn't take much effort at all.
Yeah.
You got video, you can see it, you can do it. You got military drones that can last longer than 15 minutes, 20 minutes of a battery time.
Right.
So you can be able to survey the crowd and everything. You don't have that. Same thing with, when they talk about, we can track down this person and do this and that through this technology here and DNA testing and all this stuff. It's all an illusion. They want you to believe they can do all this stuff and that they're going to do it every time. But in reality, they don't.
Supposedly that's how they identified that kid. It was DNA, and they did it that quick, within one day. Yeah,
it's not CSI.
As far as the drone thing, the only thing I could think of not having drones, like the little drones, not the big military drones.
Yeah.
But as far as the little drones, is someone like, they're using drones in Ukraine, like little drone missiles.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason, because you got these drones up. Oh, that's one of ours. Oh, then that's not one of yours. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you had drones,
if you had the military ones, military ones, man, you can fly all day up there. And matter of fact,
but the whole thing is my whole point is it's an all illusion. They want you to believe that they have all this power and everything like that. In reality, it's too expensive to use every time. It's too this, too that, and sometimes they go with a skeleton crew, and sometimes this is not deemed serious enough, or a threat enough. So let's just go with B team today. Let's put them on there.
You know what? Bonus theory again, right there, Jammer. Supposedly, I heard one today that Jill was doing something that same day, and that the team that Trump normally has went to her, and he got another team or something. So the better team that he usually has was with Jill Biden, which I'm like, who's more important, the former president or the first lady? I mean,
first lady.
Who's going to want to kill the first lady, unless it's some student she used to have that she treated bad or something? You did a good job today. You answered all the questions. But it might be one of the kids that you did horrible. You didn't answer one question right. Coming back.
You suck.
Here's a lollipop, Joe. You did very good. And you get a star.
That don't make none of that adds up. I don't pass anything by them.
Yeah. Well, thanks to all of our viewers we had today. Multiple viewers coming and going.
Yeah.
But we got like 3 now. It's been on for a few seconds, so they're probably sharing us on what's that one that site called? They shared us on the beer review
Discord?
one time. Discord, and then we had all those people popping up saying, "Oh yeah, someone shared you on Discord." And I said, "Look at these," or no, that was Twitter. Someone said, "Look at these guys on two old dudes doing beer reviews, and they're old and stupid," or something. I forgot what the hell you said they posted on there. I was like, "That's nice. We're getting viewers at least."
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to do it for me, man.
Yeah, I've had 2 bottles of water. I'm finished.
Just for everybody to know, Shagdog had some dental work today, and so he can't drink. So,
yeah.
But
this says 24. I want to do beer reviews tomorrow too, but it's 24 to 72 hours. So I'll be safe and do 72 hours.
I'm just closing in on that beer. Remember all those beers I bought? I'm just closing into the last few beers I have now.
All right, it's time to go shopping again.
Yeah, time to go shopping.
That's kind of a bad time because then you have to go shopping again. Well, they might have some Oktoberfest beers in August, but a lot. You definitely get a lot in September. But
yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching and everything. If you got your own favorite theory or your comment on any of our theories, just drop a comment. There, question or comment on it. If you have an alternate theory that seems plausible, I mean, hey, no telling, right, Shagdog?
Right. That's true.
At the very least, it's very interesting how some things play out. Like we were talking about 9/11 and the whole thing that this department was having a drill, this other department was having a drill, and everybody thought it was a drill. What the hell,
Right. And when they finally called the military,
yeah,
they're like, "Is this drill or real?" It's real.
Yeah.
And the two girls got excited actually on the. It's real. Oh, and they're actually on recordings. They're all excited. Oh wow, this is real. This is very exciting until they found out what was really happening.
Yeah.
People dying, and then they seemed a little distraught after that, I guess. But
everything's superficial then.
Young people, they get oh really? Like I'm sure some young police officers. Oh really? All right. Oh great. This is
great. I'm going to be part of history.
Yeah. Until they get there and people throw Molotov cocktails at you and shit like that. Don't volunteer for nothing.
This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I learned that in the military when I was never volunteer for nothing. I remember there was another store caught fire. They wanted people to. We need some volunteers to go work at this other store, and I'm like, fuck that, I ain't going nowhere. And then this one guy, I want to go. I'm like, good luck, motherfucker. We're gonna be putting you to work, something you don't want to do. Yeah. Screw that.
Yeah, that's true. No good deed goes unpunished.
Mm-hmm. All right, but volunteer, folks, for the military, please.
Yeah.
They need you.
And go Army, right?
Yeah, GoArmy.com.
Oh boy. All right, thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. I'm Jammer.
And I am Shagdog.
Check out our Spit or Swallow beer reviews. We do a little of everything. Come on with different top 10s and stuff like that, as well as the beer reviews.
Yeah, mostly beer reviews, but we get those drinking and thinking. I gotta go in there someday and add all the drinking and thinking videos to the
category, the playlist.
Yeah.
That would be good. Yeah. You should do that, being that we're not drinking right now.
You know what it is? Because we do so many live videos, I don't have to go back in and do anything, and I just don't touch them up. I got to start doing that, though.
Yeah, you should.
I'm usually hungover next day, and I just forget about it.
Terrible.
All right, we'll see you on the next one, folks. Thanks for watching.
All right, take care. Bye.
Vote. Don't forget to vote.
Yeah.